As a kid, I used to be obsessed with the series called Captain Underpants. So my 6-year-old self decided to make a comic book universe just like them. So before starting this, I needed to research. My mom keeps a giant bin filled with childhood things. So I gotta look through it. Let's open this thing and figure out some stuff to explain comic books better. Should go order from kindergarten to now. Alright, back here we got this hat. Should I wear this for the rest of the video? Let It Snow. Very old stuff right here. This is hella lore. 3rd degree white belt, bro. I would battle everyone, bro. I was better than everybody. Going to school. Chase is going to school in a truck. Chase is going to school on a bike. Chase is going to school on a plane. Now this is just false information because I'm never going to school on a plane. So whoever wrote this book is stupid. First Grade Was Fantastic by me. Oh, look. We got diversity here, bro. I was not racist. That's good. Message from my friends. Shout out my friends at the time. Ooh, soccer. My 2019 soccer team. And then you get the yearbook. I don't think I was in the yearbook. I didn't do anything. All I want to point out right next to me. God damn, bro. He had to be a little fruity back then, I'm not gonna lie.
He still is.
Noah Cotto Avocado. It looks just like him. Except, it would need to be bigger. So now I'm going to tell you the lore, the story of my comic book universe. Let's begin. Hello. God, I don't have a cat. It's like a laser pointer. This is my whole board. Has every character I've ever made in this cinematic universe. It's pretty cool. I just kind of snapped together every little instance here, showing every little thing and every little character. So the first comic I ever made is... So this is the first comic I've ever made on a piece of paper folded in half. You easily use the cover, the 2 pages, and then the back. Kind of like a little book. Just the same way I made most of my other comics. Couldn't really find any of the old ones because I'm pretty sure I gave them away to people around me. But I do have the story written in my notebook. I'm going out. Tiny, stay safe, Alexander said. Alexander walks out the door while a shelf falls into Tiny's cage. The bottle on the shelf makes Tiny different. He can talk. What is happening? Why am I levitating? Tiny yapped. Tiny looks outside and sees a cat destroying the city. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Tiny said. Well, I'm destroying this building, Petty said. I don't think so, Tiny said. As Tiny said that, Petty shot Tiny with the gun. Tiny dodged the bullet and grabs Petty to the ground and says, "You're going to jail." The police send Petty to jail. Wow, I can do good things with these powers, Tiny said. Tiny goes home thinking about what he did. Now, if you were paying attention, you might have noticed slight similarities to the characters. Well, as an 8-year-old, I didn't really have to worry about copyright or any of that, so I should be good. Young Guy is the second comic I've ever made as a kid, but I'm pretty sure this comic got burnt in a fire to never be seen again. And the first issue was about a normal guy, and he broke into a building to stop an evil organization.
Where's yours?
And the next one is... These characters were made in 2019 and featured a normal guy. Like a regular guy, like the most normal guy you'll see on the street. Nothing special for him, but there's also 3 ghosts that accompany him. And those ghosts are definitely not inspired by anything else. They're very creative. I'm a creative person, okay? Radio Wave Origins is my most latest issue made in 2023, which features a character's name I actually can't say on YouTube, so it's gonna be replaced by every time I say his name. One day was walking on a sidewalk when he got struck by lightning. And when he got home, he tested and wondered why he was alive. He couldn't find out. He zapped his fridge across the room. What? He saw a man. The man was big and tall. He was working on a superhero suit until he had it. What are you doing? I can't tell you that. And then it looks like he throws a road at him, dodges it, and zaps him. And that looks like the end of my awesome storytelling. Anyway, the next one is Tiny Turtle and the Big Robot is the second issue of Tiny Turtle, which starts when Tiny's chilling in his tank when all of a sudden a giant robot busts inside of his house and takes Tiny. So they have a giant battle, and that's when out of nowhere a portal spawns through and takes Tiny. Gun Guide Swordmaster is the second issue in the Gun Guide franchise, and I only made this 4 years after I made the first one, so there's a big time gap, but technically not in their world, because that doesn't really exist, but you know what I'm talking about. And it doesn't really have many words, so it's mainly just an action-packed fight scene, but I'll still show you it. Five years ago, the one day I bring my sword, you wouldn't let me use my gun. Okay. Let's be friends. 3 years later. For us, I got a sword. For me? What? Where are you going? And then 3 years later, present day. Gun Guy gets attacked by Swordmaster, it looks like. In an all-out battle. Swordmaster gets hit into a building, or flung into a building, it looks like, by a giant being. So Gun Guy shoots him, and then Swordmaster fights too. They work together. And they win, he says sorry, and then out of nowhere they get sucked into a portal. AC-13 is the final comic book in the series and features all the characters in the same dimension. They got sent to a dimension. It's getting completely destroyed by a bunch of robots and stuff around the city. They find each other and all the heroes have an all-out battle because they're all confused on how they got there. Until a half-robot version of Petty comes out of nowhere. So they all work together to fight Petty, and it's an all-out battle. The fight lasts a long time, but they finally defeat him, just for him to explode and they get sent into space.
Now, I just want to say, please subscribe, because I'm trying to do more videos for you, but it's risky for me.